Am I addicted to Adderall? Especially with the Adderall shortage going on, it always makes me just bunker down and really think about this. How addictive is Adderall, and am I addicted to Adderall? I was diagnosed with ADD at about 13. I got on Ritalin. At 17, I was re-diagnosed with ADHD. I got onto Adderall, and I've been on Adderall ever since, and I'm 43 years old. And am I addicted to Adderall? This is my experience, and this is what I truly feel. And I'm not an expert when it comes to this, but I have taken Adderall a majority of my life. And so I wanted to share what my thoughts are on this addictive side, because I am a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict, to the dependent side. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. What's up, guys? My name is Eric, and I'm a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict. I'm also very open about all the mental illnesses and struggles that I've faced in life. I have been diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, GAD, MDD. Those are my diagnoses. I've been diagnosed with level 1 autism. I have self-harm before. I lost a wife and a father to suicide. I am not a professional in any of this. I was a raging cocaine and alcoholic addict. I was obsessed with those drugs. But I like to share a lot of my experiences for the ones out there who are just going through it, trying to better their life. I got sober 7/25/17. And one of the things is I take Adderall. This is the only mental health med that I have been on pretty much my entire life. I have taken Xanax through different periods of life. I have taken Lexapro. I've taken Wellbutrin. I've taken a lot of these different medications out there. But am I addicted to Adderall? And do I have an Adderall addiction? I don't actually feel that I'm addicted to Adderall. I feel I have an Adderall dependency. And I think that there's a big difference between the two. And again, this is my non-expert, just a patient who uses this medication's observation and experiences. Because the Adderall shortage that goes through, it freaks me out. It brings me a lot of anxiety because I know what happens when I start to run out of Adderall. The thing that I've noticed though is there was a period in time I really thought to myself, I'm like, man, am I addicted to this drug? Like this is like a drug of choice of mine. And I realized this, when I was a cocaine addict, I couldn't budget cocaine. If I had an 8-ball of cocaine, guess what? That 8-ball was gone that day. The next day, unless I passed out, there was never any drugs left. There was never any alcohol left. I would drink it all. I would snort it all. And when it comes to Adderall, I take 10 milligrams at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I take another 10 milligrams about 12:30 in the afternoon. And that's it. And there's days that I forget my Adderall. I literally have to set alarms to remind myself to take my Adderall. And it's something that I'm not obsessed with. I know I need to take it because it helps me focus. It helps me be an adult. I like the way that it does make me feel, but not in this big mood energy way. It's just in this way I look at the day and I'm like, okay, I accomplished everything I needed to today to be a functioning human in society. And that's, I think, the big difference between addiction and dependency. And that's why I will never say I'm addicted to Adderall. I'm dependent on it, because if I don't take it, yes, I do go through withdrawals. I go through mental withdrawals. I go through physical withdrawals. I know that I'm not taking it. And day number 4, day number 5 are those magic days where I start to go downhill. I don't Jones for it. It's not like with cocaine. When I ran out of cocaine, especially if I was still awake and the day was still going and I had to call the plug or the dealer, whoever, I'm twitching for it. I need it. I need to get happy. I need to get this energy in me, where with Adderall, I just can't control my thoughts. And it's not even like this craving inside for it. It's this, can I just get control over this? Like, I know I need to get stuff done. I'm overwhelmed. I start to shut down. I stop really communicating well, and I can't focus on life. And so those are what I really realize of when I start coming off of it. It just shows me that I am dependent on this. And it's a stimulant. I mean, it's not a healthy drug per se to take. And unfortunately, when I got on this medication, if I could go back in time, yeah, I wouldn't get on Adderall. But it was also the late 90s, and there wasn't a lot of information on ADHD. It wasn't even like it is now today. I think too many people are diagnosed way too fast, way too easily with ADHD, and prescribed a stimulant way too fast. I mean, I wasn't diagnosed with ADD even right away. It took me multiple times to my psychiatrist and my psychologist to actually get that diagnosis. And nowadays, it's like it got to the point that people are doing telehealth, not even really talking to their doctor, and they're getting prescribed 60 milligrams of Adderall. They never trialed and errored it with this med to find out the sweet spot. I mean, I've done 60 milligrams of Adderall in a day, and I've done 10 milligrams of Adderall in a day, trying to find what is this magic number that helps me function best as an adult through, is it Adderall XR? Maybe I try that. Like, I've trialed and errored it with a lot of the meds on there just to function. And I think that's the difference between functionality with a medication like Adderall versus addiction. I'm not looking to get high. I'm not looking to get hyper-focused. If I take too much Adderall, it really drives me nuts. If I have forgotten that I've already taken my afternoon dose and I take another 10 milligrams, I know the difference. And I'm now all of a sudden even beating myself up because I'm getting too hyper-focused and I'm not normal, and I know what normal is for me. And so is it an addictive drug? It is an addictive drug. I know people who had a popped Adderall like Skittles that cannot budget Adderall, that if they got a bottle of Adderall with 30 pills in it, guess what? Those 30 pills are gone in 1 to 2 days. But with me, well, it's gone in about 30 days, sometimes longer, usually, because I forget on certain days. And even on the weekends, I don't take Adderall on the weekends because I know that I have this window before the mental dependency side really kicks in. So I don't want to be too much of it in my system, and I want to get to even the point that I can gradually get it out of my system and even get over to a non-stimulant ADHD med. Because I do believe that ADHD is real. I do know that drugs like Ritalin and Adderall and all this do work. But unfortunately, we can get very dependent on it physically and mentally, and to go through those withdrawals is dangerous, it is scary, and it is a lot. So no, I don't think I'm addicted to Adderall. I think I'm just dependent on it. And again, not an expert when it comes to this. I just share through my experiences of what I've been through in life to help the ones out there struggling, to help the ones out there seeking answers. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below. You can call me insane, because I might be insane. I think I am insane because I am an addict. I do have resources down below to NA and AA for anybody who's struggling with addiction, who's looking for help. But I could say this, that my addictive personality with my drug of choices was so different and is so different than it is with Adderall, which is a medication, even the way that I view it versus the way that I viewed alcohol and cocaine, that I feel that unfortunately I've taken it long enough, it's been in my system long enough that it is something that I am very dependent on. My mind is very dependent on it. Unfortunately, it does affect your serotonin, it affects your dopamine. I mean, it affects all your neuroreceptors. So there is a part of me that once it is out of my system, I do start to notice it out of my system. I do start to slide down. And yes, I do start to get depressed. Unfortunately, that is a part of it. But it's not that obsessive addiction side of me where I have to chase this high. I just want to be normal. And there was no normal when it came to alcohol for me. There was no normal when it came to cocaine for me. There was just insanity when it came to that. It was just me literally going and destroying myself. So I do feel that there is a big difference between the two. Unfortunately, because of the stigma around Adderall and the abuse around Adderall, I think it adds a lot more to the stigma, especially to the people that really need it to just kind of get through life. To be able to pay bills, to be able to go to work and focus at work, to not get fired. So when it comes to this drug, I think it's different for everybody. I think our experiences with it are different for everybody. I'd love to hear your experiences down below. And for the ones out there struggling with addiction, know that you matter. Know that you got this. Know that you're not alone. And know that whatever it is that you're going through, it'll get better and that you are worth it.